Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to understand this sample question. Actually, these entries are already present in your question, in your book. But what had happened, we have picked some of the important entries which are important for your final term exams, and several of entries are very important for your understanding as well. So these are mixed entries. Now we are ready to start our question. So let's start with first entry. Rupees 840 as debit balance in Amjad account. That means Amjad is our debtor. Debtors are assets. Assets should be written on debit side. That is why it has been said Amjad account was debit. Are written of bad debts. When it is bad debts, it means that Amjad, who was debtor, we are unable to receive amount from him. So actual entry was supposed to be bad debts, and next to Amjad. So this was supposed to be done. What happened? Bad debts to Amjad written off as bad debts recorded in Amjad account only. This was the entry which was required, but only Amjad account was written. It means bad debts were not entered. So now what you will do? You will enter bad debts. Please understand. Look at here. Recorded in Amjad account. It means Amjad account is correct. It has been entered, but bad debts were not entered. Now we have entered. Nothing is present at credit side to be written. So what we will do, we will write suspense. Why we have not written Amjad account? Because please note, I am saying it for third time, recorded in Amjad account. Amjad account has already been recorded. It means only bad debts were not written. So our entry has been completed. Now let's end up with the bottom line. After that we need to put the amount. So amount is not the problem. Same amount which is written over here, you are going to write on debit and credit side as well. So you people will write the narration as well. This was your first entry, and if you will write narration, wrong entry, okay, we don't have sufficient space, wrong bad debts, now rectified. So in this way you will write your entry. First entry is completed. Now let's see what second entry is saying, and here we need a little more space. Let's try. Yes, it has been completed. So let's focus upon second entry. It has been said 2000 paid for college fees of proprietor. Please understand, this is his personal expense. Proprietor's son, it's personal expense. Whenever amount is drawn for personal expense of proprietor, it would be treated as drawings. Next, charge to trade expense. So wrongly written as trade expense. This is our rough work. We are just trying to understand what was actually to be written and what wrongly has been written. So look at here. Actually it was drawings, but wrongly written in trade expenses. So here you will write drawings to trade expenses. I'm hopeful that you people will write narration by yourself. So in this way, this entry has been completed, entry number second. Now let's focus for our third entry. Bad debts recovered from Arshad. This is to understand that bad debts mean amount would not be received. Previously, we have written that it's bad debts. So how is it possible that you are recovering that amount has been received? For that purpose, I will let you know from this entry. We have already entered name of your debtor as bad debts. Now look at here. Here it was Arshad. So for the time being, just understand this entry. It was also repeated in the first entry. Bad debts from Arshad. So we have already entered bad debts to Arshad. But what had happened? It has been recovered. Bad debt means amount would not be received. So you have entered that amount in bad debts as bad debts to Arshad. But now since amount has been received, it means they are no more bad debts. So you will have to cancel the effect of these bad debts. When bad debts were entered, you have generalized as bad debts to Amjad. Now to cancel this effect, what you will do? You will make an opposite entry. So the name was Arshad. What you will do? Arshad to bad debts. I am going to repeat it. Please note it down that there were bad debts. Actual entry of bad debts should be like this. Bad debts to Arshad according to this third entry. But what happened? These bad debts are now recovered. It means they are no more bad debts. So you will have to cancel this entry. To cancel, you will make an opposite entry. And opposite entry is Arshad to bad debts. So hopefully you will make the narration for this entry as well. In this way, our three entries completed. Now let's focus upon our next entry, entry number 4. Line is not written. Let's make it again. So focus upon fourth entry. And what it is saying? Receipt of rupees 3,500 from Saeed. Receive means you have received some cash. This is entry number 4. So what should be the actual entry? Receipts of rupees 3,500 from Saeed. So you are going to receive cash from Saeed. So this was your first entry to be done, cash to Saeed. Entry number 4, receipt of rupees 3,500 from Saeed. Actual entry, cash to Saeed. Now let's see what mistake they have done. Was credited to their. Please underline this word, their. It means they have entered in Saeed's account with how much amount? 5,300. Look at here. Amount has been written by mistake as 5,300 while the actual amount which was supposed to be written, read out it again, receipt of 3,500. So actual amount was 3,500. By mistake we have written 5,300. So it's time to see what mistake it is. Actual amount was 35. By mistake it has been written 53. More amount is written overcast. In overcast we will write name at opposite side. Said is actually to be written on credit side, but in overcast we will write it to the debit side. Next, there was only one mistake in Said, nothing else is present to be written, so you will write suspense account, and as usual in undercast or overcast you always write the difference 5,300 minus 3,500 to calculate the difference. So we have got 1,800. Same amount you are required to write over here. After that, just put the ending line. So guys, in this way our entry number 4 is completed. Why I have not written the amount over here? It's very simple. Whatever is written over here, you will write the same amount. Like in question number 3, 500 was the amount. Just write down 500 over here and 500 over here. 4 entries are completed. Let's focus for 5th entry. Sale return were taken into the stock. Sale return are actually to be written on debit side because goods are coming in. So sales return to. Second thing is from whom these returns are coming back. Those are your debtors. Now let's see what mistake they have done. Sale return taken into the stock but no entry was passed in the books. Please underline this word, books. Book mean both debit and credit were missed. These, and since debit and credit was missed, how you will rectify? Same entry you are going to write over here to debtors. Suspense is also okay, but better to write debtors. In this way, our 5 entries completed. You will write narration by yourself. Now let's see what 6th entry is saying. Total of credit side of Mohsin. It means Mohsin was supposed to be written on credit side. Now let's see how much was the amount. Was overcast. So it is direct entry. Again read it down. Total of credit side of Mohsin was overcast. Overcast, what you will do? You will be writing the name at opposite side. Actual place was credit. In overcast, you will write it to debit side. Entry has been completed. Nothing left to be written. So for the time being, you will write suspense. Alright guys, in this way entry has been completed. This was entry number 6. Now we are going to see our entry number 7, but we need to put some lines. Okay, so there will be a little bit time taken. We have 10 entries. Let's put more lines. So sometimes it is important for us to make our arrangements well. Please understand that lines, presentations are very important for our work. So here our lines are completed. Now after 6th entry, we will focus upon 7th entry. Let's read out. Total of purchase return. As you know that purchase return should be written on credit side. What happened? 2000 was not posted to the ledger. It means you were required to write purchase return on credit side. We have not written. When we realized it's better to write purchase return on credit side, and in this way our entry is rectified. Nothing is present to be written on debit side. For that purpose you will write suspense. So in this way our 7th entry is completed. I will let you know again. Purchase return was supposed to be written on credit side. We have not written. So solution is to write. So we have written at the same side. Nothing was present on debit side. So you have posted suspense account. After 7, let's see what our 8th entry is saying. Total of purchase return. Okay. It was actually 8th entry and we have written, let's write it again. Now 7th entry we will follow again. 7th entry is saying sale book undercast. As you know that in undercast we write at the same place sale actually to be written on credit side. This is our entry number 7. Sale should be written on credit side. In undercast we write at the same place. So what you will do? You will write sale in credit side. Okay, undercast is now rectified. Nothing is present to be written on debit side. For that purpose, you will use suspense. In this way, entry number 7 and 8 is completed. Now we will going for entry number 9. A credit balance of the rent received. It means rent was supposed to be written on credit side. Just write down rent over here. Okay. So actual position of rent was credit. What mistake they have done? Actual amount was 7550. Let's put 7550. So this was actual entry. What happened? Received on account was shown as 57. So please note it down what mistake they have done. Instead of 7550, they have written 577. Note it down. Actual amount was 755. By mistake, they have written 5700. So now just find out what mistake it is. Actually 7, by mistake 5, it is undercast. Less amount is written. In undercast, we write at the same place. Rent was credit, so you will write rent again in credit side. Nothing is present to be written on debit side. You will post suspense. And as you know, in undercast and overcast, you will write the difference 7550 minus 5700. So in this way, amount has been calculated. You will be writing it to both sides. Entry number 9 is completed. Now let's see what our 10th entry is saying. Goods amounting to rupees 750 were sold to Mahmood. Okay, so entry was Mahmood to sales. This was actual entry. It was correctly recorded in cash book. Goods amounting to rupees 750 were sold to Mahmood for cash. Good. This is very interesting entry. Please note it down. Goods amounting to rupees 750 sold to Mahmood for cash. It means it was not credit transaction. We were supposed to write cash. It was correctly recorded in cash book. That means cash is okay. So what mistake? But was wrongly posted to Mahmood account as well. And by mistake you have written Mahmood as well. So now this mistake was present in debit side. Again listen. Goods amounting to rupees 750 were sold to Mahmood for cash. Actually it was required to be written cash. What they have done? It was correctly recorded in cash book. They have written cash, but was wrongly posted to Mahmood account also. Please underline this word also. Means this entry was already done. They have additionally written Mahmood account as well. So it was unnecessary to write Mahmood. To cancel Mahmood, you will write at opposite side. Here you will write Mahmood. In this way, you have cancelled the effect of Mahmood. Nothing else was in mistake, so you will write suspense account. So guys, in this way our 10th entry is completed. Now let's see what 11th entry is saying. Discount on debit side. Let's mention that actually it was discount to be written on debit side. What happened? Posted to the credit side of discount. So by mistake you have written discount on credit side. I'm sure that you people have understood this mistake. Instead of writing on debit side, you have written on credit side. It's double mistake, double error. Anyhow, this discount was required to be written on debit. We have not written. So solution of this discount is to write on debit side. This discount was unnecessary to be written on credit side. It was wrongly written. So to cancel this effect, you will again post it to the debit side. In this way, entry is completed. Nothing is present to be written on credit side. For that, you will write suspense account. So guys, in this way entry is completed. For amount, what you will do, 40 to be written on debit. Since it was double error, you will write 2 time discount, 80 would be written over here. In this way, we have completed all of our entries. I'm sure that you people have understood, but even then, I'm requesting you to please practice this question for 3-4 times. After practicing, if you feel anything difficult, please be very open to share your problem through messages, text, or comments. I will surely be trying to answer your question immediately. So, thank you very much for your time. It's time to end our lecture and it's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.